Ja, lassen wir zurück zu Let's Play Serious Escape Witches Lost Reward. Wir sind stehen geblieben, nachdem wir das AB-Spiel spielen müssen. Ja, hinzu. There wasn't really any discussion of who'd go into which door, and Fi and I found ourselves heading to the leftmost room. Looks like everybody else has gone in already. Think we should head into...
Why are you asking me? Just hurry up and get in there.
Okay, okay.
An ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes.
Wir haben 45 Minuten. Warum warten wir bis zur letzten Sekunde, um das Ambidex-Game zu entscheiden? What? This game's got a time limit too? What? 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 What the hell? Who is this?
Fuck if I know. Look, it doesn't matter who she is. Just get everybody over here.
Yeah, right. Hey, guys, get over here. We found someone. There's a lady over here. She's unconscious. I didn't wait for a response, just turned around and followed Fi into the room. We knelt down next to the woman and turned her over as gently as we could manage. All that greeted us was... blood. She's covered in blood. I leaned down to listen at her mouth. Nothing. No breath. With shaking hands, I fell against her neck for a pulse. No movement, just cold skin.
What the hell were you yelling at? What's going on here?
Is she?
Quark, don't look. Somebody get Quark out of here.
Okay. Come on, Quark.
Then... she's...
Yeah. She's not breathing, and I can't find a pulse. Her body's already cold, so I'm guessing she was murdered a while ago.
Murdered?
Does this look like an accident or a suicide to you?
Looks like she was stabbed. Don't see a weapon around here, though. That means either the killer took it with them, or it was part of them.
Part of them?
Well, if someone was strong enough and they had metal hands, then they might be able to stab someone in the heart.
What are you suggesting?
It's just a joke. Don't take it so seriously. Whatever. If we examine the wound, we'll probably get a better idea of what the weapon was. Let's get her to the infirmary. She might be old, but she's still a woman. If we're going to do an autopsy, she should have some privacy. Come on, boys, let's go.
Duke and I gingerly lifted the woman up and carried her to the infirmary. Perhaps he just didn't consider himself one of the boys, or maybe it was something else. But whatever the reason, Tenmyoji only stared. His whole body was rigid, like a rope pulled along to its breaking point, but it was his eyes that caught my attention. He wasn't staring at us, not quite. It was more like he was staring towards us, a smoldering spark of something burning silently behind his gaze. It wasn't until we were almost to the infirmary that I realized Tenmyoji hadn't spoken a single word since the moment we'd found the body. I turned to look back at him. He was following us at a distance, his breathing heavy and labored, and his movements slow and shuffling, as if his body was suddenly made of lead. Lead. Infirmary. The old woman's body was surprisingly light. Carrying her felt almost like carrying an old dry piece of wood. Ow. Das ist gemein. We set her down carefully in the infirmary bed as if we were afraid she might break. She looks so peaceful. And she has a longest neck. Schau dir doch mal das Ding an, die Halskrause! Almost like she's just going to wake up any minute now.
Maybe she didn't suffer much when she died.
Let's hope so.
Anyway, if feel a little bad about doing this, but I think we need to examine her.
You mean like an autopsy or something?
I'm just going to have a look at the wound. If we had a coroner, then it would be a different story, but... What?
I have a medical license.
You're a nurse?
No.
You're a doctor?
Well, I'm not exactly a coroner.
Interesting. I guess you really can't judge a book by its cover, can you?
Sorry.
You don't need to apologize.
Are you really going to perform an autopsy? Oh, I won't really be doing it. I think that machine over there is a medical scanner. It's called an ATOM. It uses nuclear magnetic resonance imaging to examine and diagnose people.
So you think you can use it to perform some kind of autopsy?
Yes, I think I should be able to manage that.
Luna ran the scanner over the body and turned back to the terminal. The display filled up with text, most of it rather technical. Sex female, estimated age 65 to 75 years. Diagnosis deceased. Cause of death exsanguination. What the fuck? Estimated time of death 3 to 4 hours. Damage trajectory, weapon entered through fourth intercostal piercing heart. Wound characteristic, wound margin clean, continuous. Wound angle, 1 sharp, 1 blunt. Wound cavity, 150 mm. Wound length, 30 mm. Wound width, 3 mm. Conclusion, based on the characteristics described above, there's a 95% chance the wound was caused by a sharp single-bladed instrument. In der Küche. Yeah. That's all. Yeah, I don't really get it. What's it mean by instrument? Was she stabbed with a clarinet or something? Ich vergaß, wie dumm er eigentlich ist. Der ist ein Ingenieurstudent, Sandra.
Sagst du?
Ist er. Oder so ähnlich. Irgendein Student ist er. Schön für dich, Sandra. What's it mean by instrument? Was she stabbed with a clarinet?
It means a tool of some sort. A knife, probably.
In other words, she was stabbed in the heart, right?
Yes.
Well, I suppose that clears me of suspicion.
Sorry, but no.
Why? Please, don't tell me you think my hand can somehow turn into a knife.
I told you that was a joke.
Then why am I still a suspect?
We found the old lady in one of the AB rooms, specifically the one farthest to the left. Before we went in there, only 2 other people had been in that room. You and Clover. Only one of you was conscious.
Fi, please, stop joking around. I assure you, there was no one else in that room besides Clover when I woke up. She must have been put there later.
But the door was locked, right? I don't think anyone could have gotten in without the key.
Perhaps, but there was a hatch on the ceiling, remember?
Yes, there was. But Zero said he'd locked all the hatches.
Well, if he was telling the truth, nobody could have gotten in there after you 2 left. Which means...
Fucking bastard! Why'd you kill her, Kay? I knew it. You're him, aren't you? You're the real Zero.
Wait a minute, please. Just calm down. You aren't making sense. Let's suppose I am Zero. Why would I do something that would obviously cast suspicion on me?
Well, because you figured we'd think that. And you'd throw us off the trail by doing the exact opposite.
And...
That's not a logical argument. Still, you do have at least half a point. Your argument doesn't confirm my guilt, but it does show us where we should be looking. The real Zero. The person who brought us here is likely the person who murdered that woman. Doesn't that seem like the most reasonable answer?
I guess.
Was ist, wenn die Frau Zero wäre?
Keine Ahnung, aber ungelogen. Derjenige, der Dreck am Stecken hat, ist immer immer der Erste,
Der schreit.
der schreit.
Meistens, nicht immer. Meistens.
Eigentlich immer, die meiste Zeit ist es so.
Es sei denn, du bist mit einem Kerl unterwegs, willst als erstes deine Geschichte sagen und sie schreibt plötzlich Rape.
Das ist was anderes. Aber ich meine, wenn das drüber nachdenkst, so, wenn irgendjemand jemanden umgebracht hat oder so und will das auf jemand anderen lenken, dann ist der Erste, der schreit, du warst es. Und dann ist vor allem wieder was so laut. Das ist schon mal aufgefallen.
Außer in Conan.
Außer in Conan. Bei Conan ist was anderes. Aber so allgemein.
Weißt du, dass die nicht mal auf die Idee kommen, dass vielleicht C-Zero sein könnte? Ich meine, sie wissen, dass eine andere Person hier noch ist, die Zero ist. Und
Warum
wenn's,
nutzen sie keine Nicknames? So wie im ersten Teil.
weil wir es nicht brauchen.
Warum?
Darum. Und,
Yeah, that makes sense.
sie sagt, das macht Sinn.
No, it doesn't.
If Zero was the murderer, then they could open anything they wanted to. I mean, didn't Zero say something about that?
I live in the master computer. That means all the electronic doors in this whole warren are under my control.
Exactly. Also, consider this. If the murderer isn't Zero, why would the AI Zero stay silent? He told us that his job was to make sure the game ran smoothly, but now the unexpected has happened, and he says nothing. Why would he do that? If he can see everything we do, then he must know who killed the old woman. So why has he kept his silence? The answer is simple. The murderer is Zero, or rather Zero Senior, I suppose you could say. He likely ordered Zero Jr., the AI, to keep his identity
Ich dachte, sein
hidden.
Name ist Zero the Third.
If Zero Jr. told us about the murder, then Zero Senior's identity would be compromised. There is something else to consider as well. Perhaps this murder was not unexpected. Zero Senior murdered her, just as planned. Death is only another part of the game.
Killing someone is just part of a game to him.
Well, there's no way to know for sure, but I would assume so.
Ten minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Wir haben jetzt gerade wirklich eine halbe Stunde und 5 Minuten gebraucht.
All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Whoa, what was
I
that?
don't know.
Well, one thing's for sure.
And that
If we
is...
don't go vote, something bad's going to happen.
You see? Just as I said. Zero Jr. ensures the game continues, even though someone has died. All of this is part of Zero Senior's plan.
Let's get back to the warehouse. If we all head to the AB rooms, maybe we'll see Zero Jr. After all, he told us he'd give us specifics once we gone in.
Beep, 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 beep. Und die Tür muss wieder geöffnet werden. Warehouse A. We're really going in there? I kinda don't want to. I mean, there was a dead lady in there just a few minutes
What?
ago.
Are you worried there's a ghost or something?
No, of course not. It's just, doesn't it bother you?
No, I don't believe in ghosts. I feel bad that she died, of course, but there's not really anything I can do about that, is there?
Damn, you're pretty cold, you know that?
I prefer bold, but whatever. I just don't let emotions get in the way.
That's pretty much the definition of cold.
Anyway, let's go. Looks like the others have already gone in.
Fine. What is it? You find a ghost or something?
No. Look at the screen. There's something there.
Screen? Game exam will now begin. To enter your vote, please touch the start button on your screen. Once you have entered your vote, the door will lock automatically. It will not open again until the polling period has finished. Start! And there goes the door.
Yep.
Hooray! Everybody's finally here! I've been waiting.
So have we. We've got some questions for you, Zero. Who was that all...
Oh, will all of you please stop bombarding me with questions?
All?
The other people in the other rooms are asking me stuff just like you are, Siggy. I guess you probably can't hear them since these rooms are completely soundproof, but B.O. is especially loud.
Ja, ich weiß, der war schon immer laut.
For real, B.O., I need you to shut up. There isn't much time. I gotta hurry and explain all this stuff, or the game will end before I'm done. So, no more questions from now on. No answers for anybody, okay? You just have to wait.
Warum redest du, als ob ich ein Kind wäre?
Now, let's get this party started! Let me tell you about the AB game.
Dann share mal, dann teile mal deine Weisheit mit
Since
uns.
it's a game, you're obviously going to have an opponent. But it's not like this is a battle royale where you just fight everybody.
Schaut, das wäre mal ein lustiges Serious Escape Spiel. Vergiss die Regeln, ich prügel mich meinen Weg durch die Tür.
Each round will be a one-on-one battle. Mono a mono, or mono a womano. Well, there are two people in each pair, aren't there? So it'll be more of a two-on-one battle, I guess. Now, I imagine you're all wondering who your opponent is going to be. It's actually really easy. You'll be competing against whoever you paired up with to go through the chromatic doors.
Ich kann mit meinem Mausrad die Ding hoch, Sandra. Ich kann mit meinem Mausrad das Ding holen.
For example, Siggy and Fido paired up with Ten Mioldi and went through the yellow door, didn't they? That means that Siggy and Fido will be playing against Ten Mioldi.
Ten Mioldi, Sandra.
And it goes the other way too. Ten Mioldi's opponent will be Siggy and Fido.
Nice.
Obviously, that means Potassium and Cleaver's enemy will be Mooney.
Hä? Ah. Okay, Spitzname ist Potassium. Potassiums, der Periodens-Ding ist K. Potassium!
Woher weißt du das schon wieder?
Incorrect Marvel Quotes? Clover. Die hat Bubis. Cleavage. Und Mooney ist Luna.
And B.O. and Quark's enemy will be Alas.
Das ist gemein. Er nennt Quark eine Macke. Quirk. Und Alice ist Alas.
Well, I guess enemy isn't really the right word, is it?
Potassium.
After all, if you choose ally, then they're your ally.
What? Don't get it?
Nein.
Well, don't worry. Just listen while Zero the Third explains it all.
Du kommst mir gerade ein bisschen wie Dingensbumsen vor, Junko.
First, I want everybody to focus on the screen on the device in the back of the room.
Nein, aber der Typ, der Danganronpa-Mucke gemacht hat, hat die Banjo-Kazooie Main Team für Smash Bros. Gemacht.
You should see
Ja.
A, ally, and B, betray on it. Do you?
Nein.
All you guys have to do is pick!
Nein.
Just pick one of those easy options!
Nein.
Your BP will go up or down, depending on what you pick. It's a little complicated, and some of you are a little slow. So, I made this handy chart. The plus and minus are from your point of view. So, let's say you choose ally, and so does your opponent. You'll get 2 BP, and so will they.
And you'll all get a nice warm fuzzy feeling inside.
Yeah.
We call that the best pals outcome. Just puts a smile on your face, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Next is what you get if you choose ally. But your opponent chooses to betray. If that happens, you lose 2 BP. And they get 3. We call that the stupid jerk face outcome. Somebody did that to me, I'd skin them and stew them with some taters.
Nice.
The third choice is the opposite of that. It's when you choose betray, but your nice, innocent opponent chooses ally.
This time, you're the one who gets 3 BP, and they're the one who loses 2. We call that the serves them right outcome. I mean, what were they thinking? Choosing ally was a stupid choice, and there's nothing for you to feel guilty about.
Sagst du.
And finally, the very last scenario. This is when you choose betray, and so does your opponent. If that happens, neither of you gets or loses anything.
Aber das Szenario passiert doch, glaube ich, nur in einem einzigen, ne? Kann das sein? Das passiert nur in einem einzigen. In dem Alice-Ending. Weil du hast, glaube ich, noch 1 Punkt und Alice hat 5 oder 6 Punkte. Und vor Panik oder sowas will sie Betray. Und du musst, glaube ich, auch Betray machen für das Ending. Ist aber erst im blauen Ending. Also wenn wir durch die blaue Tür gegangen wären. Aber ich glaube, so gab es keinen, wo beide Betray genommen haben.
Absolutely zero change in BP.
Boring.
Ich weiß, aber ich glaube, keiner von denen hat den
We
Ding
call
genommen.
this the why even bother outcome. As the game master here, this is the situation I want to avoid the most.
Ich meine, dieser Outcome heißt das Stupid Jerkface. Das ist der Best Buddy und das ist der had it coming.
You're probably wondering about the pairs, aren't you? No. Let me explain. Remember how I told you that both people in a pair share a destiny? Well, that applies here too. The two of you only get 1 vote. You get to choose once between ally or betray. That doesn't mean you split your points though. You both get 3 points or lose 2 points or whatever.
Welches Ending wollen wir eigentlich gerade als erstes machen, Sarah? Ally oder Betray? Wenn wir schon hier sind.
Keine Ahnung, willst du das längste oder das... eins davon können wir ja gar nicht machen. Oder?
Ich glaube, ich bin mir ehrlich gesagt nicht sicher. Also ich weiß, dass du die Route hier hinten ganz zum Schluss erst machen kannst. Das ist das Luna-Ending. Das kannst du erst ganz zum Schluss machen. Und ich glaube hier, ab irgendeinem Mittelpunkt, ich glaube hier oder hier, kannst du nicht weitermachen. Weil du musst dann zuerst ein anderes Ending machen. Aber bin mir nicht sicher.
In other words, what you see on this chart
Mach mal,
is
Ally.
what you get.
Ich mag Tenmyoji.
Okay then.
Ey, wenn wir ein Betray, nimmt der Ally. Wenn wir Ally nehmen, nimmt der Betray. Das ist immer so.
Ich sag nur Luna. Weißt du, wenn du Ellie nimmst, sind sie sauer auf dich. Wenn du Trey nimmst, sind sie sauer auf
Außer Luna. Luna nimmt immer Ally.
dich. Aber nur bei dir.
Nein, auch bei den anderen, die nimmt immer Ally.
Luna ist voll,
Nett.
I think that about does it for the basic rules.
Ich meine, wenn du Luna kennst, dann weißt du, warum sie es tun muss.
A little bit more, but it'll just have to wait, I guess. After all, it's almost time.
Wrong this way.
Hey, wait!
I won't wait and I can't wait. Didn't you hear me? It is time.
1 minute remains until Apodex game polling closes.
You see, it's time for me to be hopping on out of here.
Wenn du das sagst.
See you later. Have a nice trauma.
Have a nice trauma?
Have a nice tragedy.
We don't have time to talk about this. Rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper,
We have
scissors?
to decide who's gonna press the button.
And you think that's a good way to
Just shut
decide?
up and do it. 1, 2, 3. Paper.
Scissors. It looks like I won.
Damn it. So what are you gonna pick?
I guess ally?
We're playing against Tenmyoji. Do you have any reason to think he won't betray you?
I mean, he's the coolest character in the game. I guess not.
Yeah. If he does, what does that make our BP?
We'd be down to 1 point each. Math wasn't my strong suit in school. But that's not hopeless. I mean, sure, we'd be a little further away from the goal, but all we've got to do is earn those points back.
And when will we do that?
Okay, well, I don't actually know. But it's pretty obvious that we'll be playing this game more than once. After all, we can't get to 9 BP if we don't.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex's game polling closes.
Well, you won. The decision's yours. Now decide. Ally or betray?
3, 2,
Wenn's nach frei ging, würden wir immer Betray nehmen. In that last moment before the counter reaches 0, I made my choice. Ally! Vote has been recorded. Please wait.
Round 1 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
Der Computer ist ziemlich höflich, Sandra. Vielen Dank für Ihre Teilnahme. Er ist sehr höflich. As Fire and I stepped out the AB room, I could see the others running towards the protection, shoving and pushing to get closer. Tenmyoji was left behind, his footsteps a slow, heavy plod. What had happened to make him like that?
So you chose Ally, huh?
You don't get to complain. I won, remember?
Not complaining. I just think you're being a little soft-hearted.
Ja und? Aw, you worry too much. I'm sure Tenmyoji chose Ally too.
See, that's what I'm talking about. You don't have any facts, just misguided optimism.
Yo, what's up?
What's up?
Siggy! Fido! Hey, what are you kids doing over there? We're about to announce the results.
Ja, wir kommen ja schon. Meine Güte. Let's go. We should have a look at those results.
Fine.
Good.
Was war das für eine Lache?
Looks like you're all here. Finally, let's get ready to rock!
Yeah! Na, komm, zeig.
Ambidex game!
Was sollte diese Kunstpause?
Round 1!
Fight!
The results! If everybody would please direct their eyes to this monitor.
Ich hab vergessen, wie cool das war. Betray. Ja, Luna nimmt immer Ally. Alice hat Ally genommen? Alice hat Ally genommen? Warum das denn? Seit wann das denn? Ich dachte, sie ist auch die Person, die immer Betray nimmt. Ich meine, Luna war klar. Luna nimmt immer Ally, egal was passiert. Fun Fact, gegen die du spielst, werden immer das Gegenteil von dir nehmen.
Nicht immer.
Bis auf Luna, aber Luna interessiert nicht. Und bis auf die eine Route. Aber die interessiert auch nicht.
Here are the results from your game. Now, let us check the numbers on our bracelets.
Sigma. Phi, I'm sorry.
Why? Tenmyoji, why? I trusted you with my heart. You're my bro, my husband.
Look, I said I was sorry.
That doesn't cut it.
See? I told you. A soft heart is the easiest to break. Do you understand what kind of game this is now?
Just tell me one thing, Tenmyoji. Why did you do it?
Are you serious? Someone's dead, and not just dead, murdered. I got no reason to think that murderer wasn't one of you.
Das sagt er nur, weil er was weiß. Ja, ich
Only
weiß.
an idiot trusts someone he's never met when there's a killer on the loose.
Ich meine, seine Haare sind noch ein bisschen dieselben.
That's what she said.
You think I had a choice?
Ja.
Right. I think that's enough for me. I'm old, and I'm